if you work in real estate and more specifically in the residential real estate space, and maybe you're a real estate agent and you want to learn how to leverage your MLS data for pulling market stats and market reports and creating charts and really just using this data to your advantage, whether it's for prospecting or staying in front of your clients, whether you have existing listings and you want to look at what's going on, what's selling, what's not selling, all this data that is important to you and to your clients. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And why I think this is valuable and why you should watch this is because I'm going to show you how to do it on a very, very niche, granular level. There's market reports out there that are great, but usually they're much more broad. They're not as specific. I'm going to show you how to literally create your own market report for any area that you want. And then we're going to leverage AI to analyze that data, create charts, tables, emails, all sorts of stuff that we can use for it. So let's dive into it right now. So here's the deal with AI and analyzing your MLS data. First things first is we got to go into the MLS. Okay. So what does this look like? You go into your local MLS and you need to know how to set up the search feature and what the heck you want, right? So when we go into our MLS, we can search, we can go over here, we could search residential data. And what we could do is we could actually pull the data in a number of different ways, but we could either pull it by a subdivision, a market, or we could literally actually use this polygon tool right here, right? And we could actually map out and draw a specific area and just click on it, right? Just like this, and then just pull the data within there. We can go big, we can go small. Over on the criteria side of things, over here with the MLS, we can look at, right, a certain time frame. Do we want to pull anything that's active, that's pending? Maybe we just want to pull actual sales that have closed in the last trailing 365 days. If we had certain subdivisions we were going to go after, we could plug those in there. We can do anything we want, right? But again, the goal here is to set up your filters, set up your criteria. This is the most important part. Spend time doing this properly. But then once you're done, right, we could then go over and we could say, hey, let's pull our results. And when we click on the results, we're going to get the filtered results for this data. Now, here's what's important. If you don't know how to do this, this is very important. What we need to do is we need to extract all of the information that we need for the next step, which is going to be uploading it and analyzing it. So if your MLS is not set up for you with all of the specific columns and data that you want, what I recommend to you is that you go ahead and take the time to create the actual filtered list of columns through the MLS that you want. So what does that mean? It looks like this is if I want to add more data to this list, I can click on any of these columns up here. Let's just click on this one. Okay. And I'll click right here. It's not very intuitive, but now I can insert a column. And there's tons of data in here that I could insert. I could go through here one by one and just add all of them, okay? But I would take the time to add in everything, right, from list price to close price to all of this information that is important for this data. Add all these in here. Once you're done with that, okay, probably the best thing you could do, just in case you want to do this again, is you can click on your settings and you can actually set this as your current display for sorting and ordering and pulling all this data. Okay, so make sure you only do this once, then you save it, and then it's done and it's good forever for any sort of search that you pull. Okay, let's pretend this is all the data. I already pulled a list earlier, but if I wanted all of this data, if it was on multiple pages, I would just click it, check it, click next, check it, and then right down here, I can actually click on export, okay? And then I could export this data, single line data, which is just all the information. And then I'm going to have some sort of spreadsheet that I can work with, right? Here's one that I pulled earlier that's got all this data and all this information within it, okay? Now all I got to do is I just got to pick my AI system and I'm going to upload it. So here's what I've learned so far based off of, it's 2025. I've messed around with this a few times now. I've dabbled with it with ChatGPT as well as another AI system called Claude. And short answer to what I'm going with here is that I think Claude is going to be your better AI system for uploading and analyzing this data. I've messed with it quite a bit here with ChatGPT. You can actually see in here, I went ahead and did all this. I uploaded it into ChatGPT. I attempted to analyze all this data and pull all these different metrics and tables, and it really just struggled with trying to analyze and pull this data as best as possible. It did do it after enough tries and enough, being very specific with what I wanted, but I'll tell you what, I barely even attempted to put an effort here with Claude, which is another AI system, which is very good for really providing that detail analysis with this. And Claude, I would recommend, if you want to do this, I would recommend setting up an account. You're probably going to want a pro account. At the time of this video, it's $20 per month. But all I did was I just uploaded the spreadsheet. I said, analyze this data, tell me the market trends and stuff and metrics you should know. And that's it. I barely even tried. And it just started spitting all this information out. Okay. I did have a couple errors. I just basically reworded the question. But then you can see here, look at this. I said, hey, give me a comprehensive market analysis document showing visualizations and something I could share. And, let's pretend maybe I'm a listing agent going into a listing presentation. What can I share with my seller, right? So it took that data. You can see it here. It gives me a summary. It gives me metrics, a market overview, all the basic sales price stuff. Down here, right, it's giving more and more detail on everything. It just goes and goes and goes. Price trends, recommendations for sellers within this market. I like that we got a table here. It breaks down the price range, typical days on market, right? Buyer profile, competition level. This is very interesting on how it did all this, okay? I'm impressed compared to how painful it was with ChatGPT getting this information, okay? So check that out, right? And then I could come over here, I could download this file, right? I could lead into, hey, let's follow up with some sort of follow-up email, right? We could do more stuff. So anyway, you get it. I would recommend trying Claude, pulling the data, downloading it in here, right? You can set up systems too so that you could update the seller. Maybe you've got a listing that's sitting, the market's slow. You could set up basically a new updated system where it can pull in a new email that could send out information to send out to the seller. It's cool. Okay, so I'm rambling here. Check it out. This is how we use MLS data with AI to create market reports and charts and analyze data at a very, very granular level for you, the real estate professional. If you have any questions on this, reach out to me. I'm Jared Larkin. I'm a sales rep with Chicago Title. My website's milehighTitleGuide.com. I share real estate tools, resources, marketing ideas. If you'd like to get other tips and ideas like this, sign up for my weekly email newsletter where I share nothing but value. If you're in the Denver metro area, come on out. I'm hosting tons of classes, events. Reach out to me. Would love to chat with you. And of course, if you have any transactions, if you found this helpful, I'd love to work with you on the title insurance side. Please, would love to work with you. Send a deal. We're going to do a great job. We're going to take care of you on all your closing needs. And until next video, we'll see you later.